Well done, 47. We now know the current whereabouts of the syndicate leader.
Hi, I'm Jimmy, and this is another episode of my Hitman Freelancer Let's Play. Continuing my campaign, still wearing the straitjacket outfit. This time we're heading to Berlin for a final showdown. This is the third showdown of the campaign, so after this we just got one more syndicate to take down and we will have completed a full campaign. So I'm just going through all the items I'm picking up. I brought the tranquilizer gun because that one of my objectives is to poison the target with a sedative, so that gun will be useful. It's useful to have objectives that apply to the target for showdowns, like particularly things like poison the target, because it gives you a way to confirm if a suspect is your target. Distract target is probably the best for that. It's because you could do that over and over again pretty easily. You just bump into them and that will distract the target.
Their identity is unknown, so to assist you.
But the poison ones work pretty well too.
On the other hand, we do know this. They are here for an exchange. As for the description, we know that they have.
And right off the bat, I noticed that there is a lookout here. There's an enforcer, and normally you don't have an enforcer for your suit disguise, so
from dehydration. And last but not
I'm able to identify this guy as a lookout pretty easily.
That's all I have for you at present. Godspeed, 47.
And I take him out. Yeah, and it's a bit of a risk because I am going to leave the body here. I could try to drag the body somewhere where it would be better hidden, but I've sort of been checking the map. I pause periodically to check the map, and all the suspects are in the club right now, so I'm betting that they won't come out here, and even if they do, I'm guessing that they'll be unlikely to explore in that area as it's very out of the way. So sneak around here as a way to get through security and into sort of the back parts of the club. As I mentioned, Berlin is one of the few maps that is actually slightly easier in Freelancer, just because they took out all of the ICA agents that are normally here on the map. The ICA agents are enforcers for all disguises, including the suit, so it's one of the things that makes Berlin tricky, is there are 10 guys wandering around the map who can see through your disguise. But in Freelancer, those guys aren't there, and if you're in a showdown, they're just replaced by lookouts. So far, we've only seen the one, and I was able to take him out without being noticed. I'm sneaking past. Oh, I see a courier. So yeah, if I kill this guy or knock him out, I can get some mercies off of him. So I decide to wait here, and I'm getting ready. Okay, he comes over this way. I wait till he's sort of out of line of sight for the camera. There he pauses. And I take him out. And I decide to go ahead and, destroy the camera over there. I've got some money off of him. And here he's sort of in an area by himself, and there's a convenient place to hide a body right here, so it was not too risky. Normally, if you're in a showdown like this, I'd recommend waiting till after you've taken out the target before you start opening safes or knocking out couriers, if you want to do that at all, just because there's a risk that you can spook a lookout or a target, or a suspect, and then that can result in your target fleeing the level before you're ready to face them. So normally it's a good idea to be more careful. So I'd try and see if I can sneak over here, but I almost get spotted. Luckily I managed to duck out of way. And I noticed that the guard's coming towards me, and I decide to take advantage of this as a way to get in a really good disguise. The biker disguise is one of the best disguises on the map, so it's definitely worth getting. It's one of the things that makes Berlin at least an okay level for showdowns. It's not the best level for showdowns, but the fact that there's one disguise that can go everywhere on the map, and there aren't a lot of enforcers, makes it a pretty good map for final showdowns. Despite the fact that it's a very difficult map in the normal campaign. So yeah, there I choke out the biker guard. And there I'm gonna drag the body and hide it, because I don't, like I mentioned, I don't want bodies getting found. Because that can spoil my attempt if the body gets found and the target gets spooked and leaves the level. So there. Bodies are all hidden, except for the lookout, but he's out of the way. And I've got a good disguise on, and now I can begin the hunt. I can begin wandering around the club looking for my target among the suspects. Up first, I'm going to head over here to check out what the courier has for sale, or not the courier,
Buy something?
The supplier has for sale.
You sell glue.
I take a look at his inventory. I decide not to get anything just now.
Hey. Oh. Yeah. Hi.
Although we did have some good weapons and some useful items, so I'm definitely going to pay a visit to him later. So yeah, there are assassins around, but there are no lookouts nearby, and there are no enforcers for this disguise in here, so I'm in pretty good shape. As long as I don't get spotted, the assassin isn't really a problem. So I just need to stay away from enforcers and avoid doing anything suspicious. And yeah, I have a good disguise, so I can just go behind the scenes whenever I want. I don't need to worry about trespassing zones. Basically, there are no trespassing zones for this disguise. So I'm getting a look. He has the gray hair, hat, and glasses. I'm trying to see if he has a tattoo. And he does, so I mark him as a prime suspect. Decide to move on and take a look at the other suspects, see if I can eliminate them. And that lady had blonde hair.
Hi there.
And yeah, these suspects are going to have a meeting.
Okay.
I actually didn't realize, but this is the wrong type of meeting, so I can eliminate both of them. I know that neither of them will be my target. For some reason, I didn't pick up on that. I didn't mark him as the other one as being not a target right away, or not a suspect, but.
But we're on it.
But yeah, that is one thing. If you see your suspect will only participate in, each suspect will only participate in one meeting type. So if they're going to the wrong meeting type, they're not your target. This is one of the downsides to Berlin. It's very dimly lit, so it's very hard to tell. Like picking out some of the finer details of like what people's hair color are, or if they have tattoos or not, or if they have earrings or necklaces. Those can all be hard to notice.
That's a handsome.
So there, yeah, he stops to read, which is the wrong tell. So that's when I realized this guy definitely is not my target. So I mark him as not a suspect. This is just sort of how you have to play these final showdowns. As you go slowly, you have to be careful and avoid enforcers and lookouts, and you just have to sort of follow your targets and try to gauge, or follow suspects and gauge whether or not they're the target. Here, I'm trying to get a good look at this woman, but she keeps moving, and the lighting is terrible. But yeah, luckily I took out the lookout earlier, and so far I haven't noticed another lookout in the club, so that makes this a lot easier. Normally one of the big challenges with
I think you should investigate.
showdowns is the lookouts. And here, these are both engaging in the right type of meeting.
Do you mind? We're trying to have a private conversation here.
I'm not sure why I eliminate her.
Can you just leave us alone, please? We're trying to have a chat.
Oh, yeah, I decided I was wrong.
We're good.
So they both have gray hair, hat, and glasses. I think I'm trying to get a look and see if they have tattoos. But yeah, they both are having a handover meeting, which is the correct meeting type. Follow the suspect for a little bit, see if I can catch her performing a tell or just get a better look at her. Not sure why I marked her as not a suspect. But here I noticed she has a tattoo, so I mark her as a prime suspect. So now I'm following this. Oh, she's also got dehydrated tell. So getting more evidence that makes me think she might be my suspect. She has the right meeting type. She matches all the looks, and she has one of the tells. So I'm beginning to think she must be my target. So I wait a little bit here just to see if she performs any other tells, but she ends up just sort of standing there for a long time. Yeah, I'm not sure why she's just sort of standing there facing the wall. So anyway, I get an idea for something I can try as a way to identify whether or not she is my target. Decide to sneak up here and pull out the seeker, which will make her sick. Just trying to gauge whether or not I'm far enough away if they will hear me. And yep, they don't hear me, so I'm able to get a seeker dart in her, and now she will go to the nearest bathroom to be sick. I'm doing this so I can isolate her, and I'm going to use the tranquilizer to perform a test to see if she's my target or not. Because I have the poison target sedative, if I shoot her with the tranquilizer and that objective completes, then I will know she is my target. So that's what I'm going to test here. And I just want to get her alone because if I tranquilize her out in public, people will notice that, they'll find it suspicious, and then all the suspects will start fleeing, and I'll have a panic. So yeah, tranquilizer. But the objective doesn't pop, so... So now I know she's not the suspect. Make sure the door is closed. And no one else should go in that bathroom, but I can never be sure. So now I have to worry about someone finding her in the bathroom. It is out of the way, so I should be okay, but you can never be sure at Freelancer where the NPCs are going to go. So here I go into Hirschmuller's office. He's like one of the only guys in the club who can see through my disguise. So I use this distraction to lure him over here. Yep, just have to wait till he notices, and then I can turn it off. I can subdue him from around the corner. His guards don't do a very good job of paying attention, so it's pretty easy to knock him out. And I have a perfect place to hide him back here. There. Decide to take a closer look at the suspect here now that there are no more enforcers. She's also just sort of standing there, standing still. Again, she's got the gray hair, hat, and glasses, but I don't see a tattoo. So... I'm trying to get a good look at her hands, because that's really... that should be where that tattoo shows up. All the rest of her skin is covered pretty much, so... doesn't help that there isn't good lighting in here. She's actually standing like half phased into the level geometry, so she's glitched out. So I decide she's not a suspect because I don't see the tattoo. I decided to look around. I've got one more suspect I haven't gotten a good look at. I find her here, and of course she has red hair, so almost right away I realize she can't be the suspect. And at this point, I've pretty much ruled everyone out, I think. But I have the phone for the handover meeting. That should make all of the suspects who have the handover meeting type come to my location. So if I just use that phone to start a meeting, that should be good. The suspect is still standing here, half stuck in a wall. Not sure why. The other guards have left. After Hirschmuller is knocked out, the guards leave after a little while. So anyway, I use this isolated back room to set up the meeting. And then I just wait around. Oh, that was interesting. So it shows who's investigating the distractions, and for a moment it flashes and shows the woman who's sort of half stuck in the level. I didn't notice that at the time, but that is interesting. So yeah, anyway, I wait a little bit, and this one is the only one I see coming to the meeting.
Wait, what?
She stops here, and I decide to sedate her just to test if she's a target. I've already eliminated her as a potential suspect, but...
Christ's sakes!
Oh, and there, that was an assassin following her. So I choke out the assassin. Probably should have closed the door before I did that. That was a little risky, that I could have been spotted, but I managed to get away with it. So now I'm really stumped. Like, I've arranged a meeting. I've called over. Everyone who could have been my target should have come here. But I've tested everyone, and they're all not a suspect. Oh, and I can't hide her body. You can't hide suspects' bodies until they're dead. So I have to kill her if I want to hide her body. Which makes sense, otherwise it'd be a little too easy to tell who your target was. Just have to knock them unconscious and try to hide their bodies. But now I'm confused. Now I'm realizing I've eliminated all the suspects. I've tried everything I know how to do. I've used up all my sedative poison. This woman is stuck in a wall and won't leave. Yeah, I'm still trying to see if she maybe has a tattoo I didn't notice before, but I really don't... Well, I don't see it on one of her hand, and the other hand is stuck in the wall, so... Anyway, I realize now I'm going to have to just eliminate people at random until I get my target.
That's what I'm here for.
So one of the tricks is when you eliminate a suspect who isn't the target, there's a 1,000 Mercer penalty. But if you don't have 1,000 Mercers on you, you only lose what you have, so... I decided to spend all my Mercers before I go on a killing spree. So yeah, put down the briefcase with the bat in it. Pick up this briefcase and pull out the assault rifle. The gold-plated assault rifle. And there, now I have only 362 Mercers to lose. So now I think, okay, now I'll just start killing suspects until I get the "you've eliminated the target" message. I start with this glitched out suspect, just because she's already isolated, and I haven't tried to poison her.
You eliminated the leader.
And it turns out she was the suspect, or she was the target, so that was that one mystery solved. So I didn't end up even taking a penalty. I thought for sure, like, I would get a penalty from killing her, and then I was going to kill the woman I've sedated in the back room, and the woman sedated in the bathroom, and then I would kill the other man and this woman, but no, luckily the first person I killed was my target. And then I leave the level. So yeah, that was a fairly straightforward
This will make anyone think twice.
showdown with a slight glitch. So we'll watch and see what rewards I get for clearing this. And yeah, I unlock a challenge because that's my first level 3 showdown that I complete successfully.
Excellent, 47. You took down the syndicate, but we have intel that there are more connected. Eliminate them all. You will be well rewarded. Prepare
So yeah,
and let me know when
thank you
you're
for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.